I still flinch when my phone lights up. See your name in every buzz. Friends say I should open up, I just shrug. Change the subject. Take the photos off my wall, but the outlines never left. Every first date feels like work. Every touch feels like a test. You taught me how to second guess every promise, every breath. Now when someone says they'll stay, I start planning my escape. You made me afraid to love again, turned every soft word into a threat. Now I'm sleeping with the lights on in my chest. Can't trust a heartbeat, can't trust a hand. You made me afraid to love again, left me holding all the broken ends. Now I'm guarding every smile, every chance, 'cause you made me afraid to love again. I rehearse what I'd say to you in case we ever cross the street. Hope you're fine, I'm better now, but the script knots up my teeth. I keep laughing at the right time, keeping answers nice and thin. They don't see the warning signs carved across my quiet grin. You turned forever into glass, shattered it and walked on past. Now when fingers reach for mine, all I see are exit signs. You made me afraid to love again, turned every soft word into a threat. Now I'm sleeping with the lights on in my chest. Can't trust a heartbeat, can't trust a hand. You made me afraid to love again, left me holding all the broken ends. Now I'm guarding every smile, every chance, 'cause you made me afraid to love again. Maybe someday I'll call this healing, let someone trace these scars, not fear them. But tonight I'm still that version of me, shaking in your shadow, trying to breathe. Oh, you made me afraid to love again, turned every soft word into a threat. Now I'm sleeping with the lights on in my chest. Can't trust a heartbeat, can't trust a hand. You made me afraid to love again, but I'm tired of these broken ends, taking back my voice, my heart, my friends. So you won't keep me afraid to love again. I still flinch when the phone lights up. See your name in every buzz. I still flinch when the phone lights up. I still flinch when my phone lights up. I still flinch when my phone lights up. flinch when my phone lights up. Suitcase open on the bed, your sweater folded on my chair. You trace a circle on my hand, like you're drawing reasons to repair. I'm saying goodbye when my heart says stay. Mouth full of words that my chest won't say. Doors getting closer, your eyes don't blink. We're standing on the edge and I can't think. I'm saying goodbye when my heart says stay. Walking away while my bones still pray for one wrong move, one selfish change, one small excuse to call your name. Keys shaking in my fist. You laugh once just to break the weight. You say we'll be okay, you'll see, but your voice comes a second late. I'm saying goodbye when my heart says stay. Mouth full of words that my chest won't say. Doors getting closer, your eyes don't blink. We're standing on the edge and I can't think. I'm saying goodbye when my heart says stay. Walking away while my bones still pray for one wrong move, one selfish change, one small excuse to call your name. Maybe it's timing, maybe it's pride. Maybe we're both too scared to choose a side where someone breaks or someone stays. So we just trade our hearts for grace. I'm saying goodbye when my heart says stay. Mouth full of words that my chest won't say. Hallway behind me, your hand on the frame. So quiet cowards sharing the blame. I'm saying goodbye when my heart says stay. Feet keep moving the wrong damn way. If love is right, then right today. I say goodbye when my heart says stay. I remember how your hands would shake every time you said my name, like I was something you were scared to lose. Now you don't look at me the same. We used to talk until the morning light. Now silence fills the room. You're lying right beside me, but I've never felt so alone with you. Oh, I held your secrets like they were mine. Carried your storms, let you cross every line. Tell me, when did your heart change its mind? 'Cause I gave you all of me, every broken piece, every dream I couldn't keep. I let you see the worst of me, and you walked away so easily. Now I'm standing said forever, but forever wasn't free, and I gave you all of me. I defended you when I was right, apologized for your mistakes, turned my pain into patience, just so your pride wouldn't break. I was bending till I almost snapped, just to keep you satisfied. Tell me, how did loving you turn into losing my mind? Oh, I swallowed tears so you wouldn't see how your distance was killing me. When did your love stop fighting for me? 'Cause I gave you all of me, every trembling heartbeat underneath. I let you hold the truth in me, but you never held on to me. Now I'm drowning in what we were, screaming words you never heard. You said forever like it was guaranteed, but I gave you all of me. And maybe I was too forgiving, maybe I loved you past the warning signs. Maybe I thought if I kept giving, you'd finally choose me this time. But love shouldn't feel like begging, shouldn't feel like proving my worth. I was your home, your safe place. Why was I the one not heard? I gave you all of me, every fragile hope, every silent plea. I let you see the soul in me, but you never saw the cost to me. Now I'm stronger in the shattered light, learning how to say goodbye. You lost the only heart that stayed when you had nothing left to say. You had all of me, and that's the tragedy. I gave you all, and you gave me goodbye. You used to call at 2 a.m. just to say you couldn't sleep. Now I scroll through old texts like they're scenes I wanna keep. You used to race to my front door, hair a mess, no makeup on. Now my porch light barely flickers since the day you stopped holding on. I missed the way you missed me, like breathing when your chest felt tight. How you count down hours just to see me, waiting in the driveway, high beams in the night. I missed the way you missed me, like it hurt to be apart at all. Funny how I'm here still aching for the way you used to call. You hated Sundays on your own, so you'd accidentally stay. Left your sweater on my chair, said it like my place anyway. Now the sweater's in the closet, still smells like your cheap perfume. And I stand there just pretending you're about to walk in the room. I miss the way you missed me, like breathing when your chest felt tight. How you'd count down hours just to see me, me. Every panic text you there. How you swore the air felt heavy. Anytime I wasn't there, I missed the way you missed me. Oh, did I miss who you became? Oh, I missed the way you missed me. More than I can say your name. Your suitcase sat there by the dryer, half zipped. Tags from my last trip still on. You said you were just sorting laundry, but your eyes were already gone. You laughed at something on the TV, way too loud for what it was. You held my hand like it might vanish, like you were scared of what you'd lose. You kissed me like you were leaving slow, like you were saying grace. Both hands on my shoulders, like you needed one more taste. You traced my jaw like a goodbye note. You pulled me in, but you let go. You kissed me like you were leaving, and I just didn't know. You lingered in the kitchen doorway, watching water boil, watching time. You asked if I remembered artists, the cheap motel, the county line. You said, promise me you'll get some sleep, but you stared straight past my face. You held on 3 heartbeats too long, like you were folding up this place. Kissed me like you were leaving slow, like you were saying grace. Both hands on my shoulders, like you needed one more taste. You traced my jaw like a goodbye note. You pulled me in, but you let go. You kissed me like you were leaving, and I just didn't know. Now I'm waking up to empty hangers, coffee cup where your ring used to shine. Playing that last night in the hallway, trying to read between your sighs. You kissed me like you were leaving. When I lie in bed, I see the faces in the moonlight. As I close my eyes, I see the stories of our lives. And in the stories I feel joy, I feel pain. And in the stories feel sunshine, I feel rain. But through the stories, one thing remains: my tears don't text you anymore. When I'm in my car and I'm thinking of you, and I wish I was where you are. My tears don't taste you anymore. I see the faces in the headlights, and I close my eyes. I see the stories of our lives, and in the stories I feel joy, I feel pain, and in the stories I feel sunshine, I feel rain. But through the stories, one thing remains: my tears don't text you anymore. When I'm in my car and I'm thinking of you, and I wish I was where you are. My tears don't text you anymore. We both gave up so long ago, but I think that I still want you to know. When I lie in bed, I see the faces in the moonlight. As I close my eyes, I see the stories of our lives, and in the stories I feel joy, I feel pain, and in the stories I feel sunshine, I feel rain. Through the stories, one thing remains: my tears don't text you anymore. When I'm in my car and I'm thinking of you, and I wish I was where you are. My tears don't text you anymore. You still tell that story, how you built her back up, like you pulled her from the ashes, like she ever needed love. You brag to all your buddies how you tamed a wildfire heart, but you never saw her crying, learning how to walk in the dark. She's stronger than she was with you, doesn't twist herself to fit your mood. She laughs louder, sleeps right through those storms that used to the girl you knew. Truth is, she finally made it through. She's stronger, stronger than she was with you. You still hate that haircut, said it changed her too much. But that day she held the mirror was the first day she felt enough. You say you want her back now, since you fixed your point of view. Funny how you never noticed all the fixing she did wasn't you. She's stronger than she was with you. Doesn't twist herself to fit your mood. She laughs louder, sleeps right through your storms that used to tear her in two. You say you miss the girl you knew. Truth is, she finally made it through. She's stronger, stronger than she was with you. She can drive past the street in the quiet, but what she wants doesn't die for your bride. She can love and still keep her name, walk away and feel zero shame. She's stronger than she was with you. Doesn't twist herself to fit your mood. She laughs louder, sleeps right through those storms that used to tear her in two. You say you miss the girl you knew, but she's not a mirror made for you. She's stronger, stronger than she was with you. She's stronger, stronger than she was with you. She learned every crack in that hallway, shadow on the wall, his height, clock blinking red in the darkness, her name in his phone, half light. She's the girl who waited too long, holding her breath on a maybe, saving her best for a Sunday call that never came to save her, wearing her hope like an old torn shirt, saying it's fine, I'm strong. But all that time on the edge of his world, she's the girl who waited too long. Canceled her friends for his maybe, turned down a flight, stayed home, who drops all the keys she was holding for him. Says I'm done guarding doors for you. I've waited long enough. I barely recognize the girl who used to beg you to stay. She cried on bathroom floors while you just walked away. She thought love meant sacrifice, meant losing a key for peace. She thought if she gave you everything, you'd never want to leave. Oh, she shrank herself to fit your world, afraid to be too much. But loving you that way was never really love. Look at the woman I became, stronger from the pain. You try to make me small, but I learned to take up space. I found my voice inside the flame. Too couldn't burn away. You broke my heart wide open, but you built the woman I became. I used to call your name at night, like it could save my soul. Now I whisper like history, like someone I don't know. You thought I'd always wait for you, like I had nowhere else to go. But losing you was losing fear, and finally let it go. I was scared of being alone, now I'm scared of settling. And I wanted my light again for someone who can see. Look at the woman I became, standing in the rain, no longer begging heaven for you to say my name. I love that love is fearless. It doesn't make you feel ashamed. You broke my heart wide open, but you built the woman I became. And maybe I should aim to, for every tear I cried, for every lonely midnight that taught me how to write. You didn't end my story, you just turned the page. And now I'm stronger than the girl you walked away from that day. Look at the woman I became, braver through the pain. You thought you left me shattered, but I'm more than I was yesterday. I found the strength inside my scars, and I will never be the same. You broke my heart, but you built You used to trace forever on my skin, like time was ours to keep. No, you can't even hold my hand without feeling incomplete. We built a world inside these walls where nothing could go wrong. But somewhere in the quiet, I felt you slowly moving on. Oh, I saw it in the way you turn away, like loving me was too much to say. Tell me, why didn't you fight for us? Why didn't you stay? You chose to let me go when I was still holding on. You chose the easier road while I was trying to be strong. I would've stayed through every storm, through every high and low, but I can't make you love me if you chose to let me go. I memorized the cracks in your voice, every lie you tried to hide. I knew before you said the words, you'd already said goodbye. I kept pretending we were fine, like love could fix the truth. But you were halfway out the door, and I was still choosing you. Oh, love shouldn't feel like chasing air, like reaching out and no one's there. Tell me, how did we end up here? You chose to let me go, like I was easy to replace, like all we had was just a phase. You could simply erase. I would've given you my soul, given you my heart of gold, but I can't make you love me if you chose to let me go. Maybe one day you'll remember the girl who would've never left, the arms that always held you even when you gave your worst. And maybe you'll feel the silence where my love used to be, but by then I'll be stronger than you ever let me be. You chose to let me go. Wish I didn't care, but I still do, and I always will. It took all my strength to walk away from you, but I had to save myself. You said we were better off as friends, even though you were sleeping in my bed. And it's still so hard to accept. I was your safe place, not your choice. I was just your temporary home. I was your safe place, not your choice. I was just your temporary home. If you didn't love me, you should've let me know, but you let me think that you did. If you were unsure, you should've Tell me why'd you leave me mid-heartbeat? Baby, tell me what you found so sweet. Tell me what you saw out there that you don't see here. Tell me why'd you leave me mid-heartbeat? And I think you could've tried a little harder to stay, but I know you wouldn't do that to me. So tell me why'd you leave me mid-heartbeat? Tell me what you found so sweet. Tell me what you saw out there that you don't see here. Tell me why'd you leave me mid-heartbeat? You said everybody's moving too fast, and I just wanna go slow. Everybody's moving too fast, and I just wanna go slow. Tell me why'd you leave me mid-heartbeat? Tell me what you found so sweet. Tell me what you saw out there that you don't see here. Tell me why'd you leave me mid-heartbeat? You liked me quiet, saying it's all fine. I'd bite my tongue, fold myself in half to fit your line. You love the evenings when I let things slide. I'd laugh it off even when it burned me deep inside. You only loved me when I was easy, when I was soft, when I was small, when I kept every sharp word hidden, pressed my back against the wall. You only loved me when I was easy, when I was scared of losing you. But you don't get to call it love if it only works when I'm subdued. You called me crazy the first time I said no. Said I changed like I wasn't meant to ever grow. You missed the version who never raised her voice, but loving you shouldn't cancel out my choice. You only loved me when I was easy, when I was soft, when I was small, when I kept every sharp word hidden, pressed my back against the wall. You only loved me when I was easy, and I was scared of losing you. But you don't get to call it love if it only works when I'm subdued. And I stayed quiet, stayed polite. Now I'm done shrinking just to keep you. You don't get to dim my light. You only